Huge congratulations on the show. I mean, I guess we have seen so many medical dramas over the years, but this one really does have a specific flavour to it. I guess the authenticity that the creators brought to it, but also Berlin, is a character in and of itself. What really drew you to the project, and what do you think sets this apart from other medical dramas?
I think one could tell really early on, I don't know what it was like for you, that there was something special on the table. I remember it didn't take long, and after starting to read it, I thought, it's written differently, it sounds different, it smells different. And when we started the audition process, we got like a digital mood board with it, just to give us an idea of what the creators had in mind. And I remember seeing those images, and I knew it was so daring, it was so rough, it was dark, it was intense, it was emotional, and I was just all in from that moment on. I thought, I have to do this, and it turned out to be quite right, because it's basically hospital drama on steroids.
Yeah, in a similar way. For me, I love the scripts, like the rhythm and the dirtiness, When I talked to Victor and Samuel, and they told me it's like based on true stories, it got on another level, and I love this.
And of course, each of your characters are under, immense pressures, but they're coming at, their work from slightly different angles. The fact that Dr. Parker is kind of new to this hospital, whereas Dr. Webber's a bit more seasoned. So how did you approach each of your characters, but particularly the shifting dynamic between them through the course of the series?
For Dr. Ben Weber, she's at the beginning, the ER is like really chaotic, but he has his own structure and it's working somehow for him. So when she enters, she throws him off balance. She changes everything, and so she's the invader at the beginning.
And I think my character, she's just used to something else. She's from Munich, and I think the way that she grew up in the hospitals that she's worked at before, because she's been doing her job for a while and she does a really good job. But I think she's just used to structure. She's used to things being done, quote unquote, the right way, whatever the right way is. So I think that's why she's a bit taken aback when she gets to Berlin ER, because she thinks, oh, what is going on, She's not used to that way of working. So I think it takes a while to just get to know the place and understand at some point, oh, this is why you do the things you do, because you have to readjust the rules to make this work, because you can't just do textbook here.
Yeah, and at the end they want to do the same thing. They are passionate about helping people, but they do it in a different way.
And I think it just takes them a second to realize there are more similarities than we thought. And that we can actually get on the same page if you both, put certain things aside.
Yeah.
The show is really good at kind of highlighting kind of the extremity of the situation these doctors are in, sort of day by day, these sort of life or death situations, like up against a kind of completely collapsing hospital system. But then there's this humor, this really dark humor that kind of keeps them afloat, and the banter that goes between them. So did you have both the most challenging moment, but also a favorite moment in that sense?
One scene, Zana and Ben have like a kind of small conflict on the outside of the ER, and then the alarm goes on. They run inside the ER, and there's a woman in the middle of it getting birth to twins. And this scene was really, really hard, because one of the twins doesn't survive, and this was for me like one of the hardest scenes, and I don't want to know how it is in real life.
I loved all the high-paced, adrenaline-driven scenes. We had so many challenging ones. The one that stands out, definitely that one, and then in the first episode, which is, one of the roughest for Zana, because she has her first day at work and is just hit from every side constantly and doesn't get a breather. So I think it was one of the moments was when she, after that lady has the accident and smashes into the car, or the car smashes into the lady, and she turns around and she sees the woman's son standing in the crowd. That was really, I remember every single time I saw that boy, my insides just turned. and that was really, really challenging. And the fun part, honestly, I mean, even those challenging scenes, there's a lot of joy also because of the crew. You know, we had such a great team. I mean, the whole ensemble is such like a talented bunch of fun, you know. So there was so much banter going on in between, and I love that.
Thanks so much. I'm out of time, but thanks for sharing all that with me, and I can't wait for everyone else to see Berlin ER. Thanks a lot.
Perfect. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.